latest football news,
engaging debates,
and fascinating opinions.
Pitchside talk on IO Radio.
Yes, and welcome back to Pitchside Talk here on IO Radio. We're back for another week of football action, and I've got a returning figure. Yes.
With a bad voice.
Yes, with a very bad voice. We'll get onto that later on. But who am I joined by this week?
And I'm back again. It's Dan.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, he sounds a bit off.
Yeah, I sound a bit off. But I blame that for yesterday. What happened?
Yeah. I didn't go. I was really annoyed. I rejected because I was busy.
Oh,
I was busy.
You should have come.
I now wish I did. I went and saw the Sunderland game. But no, it's great to have you back.
Thanks.
On a permanent transfer.
Yes.
For 2 weeks of holiday.
Yes.
Pre-season, whatever they call it these days. Well, if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at @talk_pitch. Also, you can watch the previous shows on YouTube. There's going to be 2 going up as our editor is back.
Yes.
Eventually.
They'll be up soon.
They'll be up soon. I would have done them myself, but technology's not great where I live in a field. But so Dan, what have we got coming up today?
So today we are going to be talking about Ipswich and the games on Saturday and yesterday as well, which I'm quite excited about. We're going to be talking about the Premier League and the recent fixtures at the weekend. And we're going to be talking about the controversy of VAR.
Yes, if we get enough time.
If we get enough time.
I think we should just better start now and snap it out. Stay up to date with the latest footy news.
Pitchside Talk on IO Radio.
Yes, and welcome back to Pitchside Talk on IO Radio. It's, I was trying to get over yesterday.
Yeah.
I wasn't even there.
No.
I'm still a little bit drunk from it.
Yeah, so
I wasn't there. Well, I guess we better go on to Ipswich Town.
Yes.
We better start with Saturday because that needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
They played Peterborough United away. 4,000 fans went.
Yeah, that was amazing, wasn't it?
You weren't one of them, were you?
No, I wasn't.
Would you have gone?
I would. I don't know why I didn't, to be honest. I guess I was on holiday, so
You need
the Wi-Fi was pretty bad, so I couldn't really buy tickets. So that's my excuse.
Excuses. But the match ended 2-2 with Luke Chambers saving the day. So take a point away from Peterborough. But how important was it for Chambers to get his confidence back scoring? Because last week we was talking about the Sunderland game, and it's like it's not great.
Yeah, no. I think this is definitely good for him to score because after last season, I mean, he's our leader, really, isn't he? So he's going to be affected the most out of all of our players. So for him to score now is going to really help him. And he didn't start yesterday, which was a bit surprising. But I think he could be really crucial for us this season. I think he's going to be really good in League One.
Well, yeah, and we've been talking the last few weeks that people have been criticising him a bit, saying that you shouldn't be starting. Do you sort of see where they're coming from?
Yeah, I can, because he's not the greatest quality-wise. You saw that against Sunderland. He makes mistakes. He's prone to mistakes. So I can see why people say that. But I feel like in this league, we need someone like him in the team who can lead. So that's why I think he should start, not quality-wise, but the way that he leads the team. I think it's great.
Okay, well, there's lots of positives to take out of this 2-2 draw. James Norwell got his first goal.
Yes, he did. It was a bit lucky, but we'll take it.
Twitter went wild over the video.
Yeah.
I can't really describe it because it's just I would be describing something you shouldn't buy children. But how good was it for him to get his first goal? He missed a penalty as well.
Yes, he did.
But how good was it for him to get his first goal, get some confidence into and go, I can now score?
Yeah, it's great because, I mean, he scored 32 goals in all competitions last year. So I'm certain he wants to do something like that again. So to get up and running in the third game of the season, third. I had to think then. So yeah, that's great for him, and he's a natural goal scorer, so I can see him scoring loads of goals.
Yeah, when I saw him against Sunday, he seemed like to be playing off the two. So Jackson was coming in more deeper and then finding Jackson. I'll tell you something I've noticed with him. He wins a lot. He's able to win a lot of balls in the air, even with defenders that are quite taller than him. Yeah. He's able to get the ball down and get it across again. Yeah,
that's why he can hold it up. And if we have Jackson running behind, then it's deadly, isn't it, really? So I'm really looking forward to that partnership, Norwood and Jackson. I think it'll be good.
It looks good, but there was quite a lot of negatives from that game. There's still a lot of negatives at the back, defensive problems.
Yeah.
I think Chambers was fault for one of them, wasn't he? He sort of knocked the ball up a little bit.
I guess.
He tried to clear it, but it just went straight up, didn't it?
Yeah.
He did the right thing, but it wasn't good.
But it weren't good.
No, but are these sort of problems at the back going to cost Ipswich vital points? Because they're in... well, we're talking... This is the third game of the season. It isn't now, but we're going back in previous times. These sort... When you look back in a season when they might miss out on promotion by 1 point, will they go, that's where we lost that point there?
Yeah, I think so. I think defensively is our weakest area. I don't know how... I mean, we've brought in Kane Vincent-Young, so maybe he'll strengthen it a bit, because I think fullbacks are the weakest area on our pitch as well. But I think if we don't go up, that'll be the biggest thing, our defensive, because I think midfield we're fine and strikers we're fine. So I think our defence isn't quite settled just yet. I think we need a few more games, maybe play the same players. I mean, we've got Toto coming through as well from injury.
Back injury, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Garbutt's going to be coming back.
Garbutt's going to be coming back, and I'd like him to play left back. So, yeah. I don't know how it's going to go, but I feel like defensively, I think we need to... We've still got time to improve.
Yeah. It's a long way in the season, but looking at how competitive this league's going to be,
I
don't know what the league table actually looks like. Actually, if I look at it, we'll be talking the wrong time.
We haven't lost a game yet, so...
That's a positive.
Yeah, that's a positive. But, I mean, we've only kept 1 clean sheet out of that, so that's also a negative. But I feel like against Peterborough, they're one of the teams that are going to be up there as well. So I think to get a draw away at Peterborough, that is a good result, in my opinion.
Yes, well, we better talk about... well, you actually sort of mentioned there, the signings. There's been a busy activity. 3 signs in 2 days. Are they all right over there?
Yeah, it's not like Ipswich, is it, to do that?
No, well, they're over that way. I might have to go and run down and ask for okay. They're making all these signs, but so they signed Kane Vincent-Young, from Colchester, half a million.
Yeah, $500,000.
Right back, he can play on the wings and left back as well.
He can play everywhere.
Yeah, he could just put him in goal. He'll be fine. How much of an important sign will he be for Ipswich?
I think he's a great signing because we need to strengthen in our right back position. Emmanuel, I think he played at Luton. He wasn't great. Donasian, I'm sorry to say this, but he was awful yesterday.
Okay.
So sorry if you're listening, but
we like you. We like you to come on the show. I'm saying you're good. Come on the show.
So So I think that was the area that we needed to improve. And Colchester fans rate him really highly. So my voice is going.
It's going very slowly.
So, I'm really happy with that signing. I think he'll be a good signing. Stop laughing at me.
In a minute, I'm going to give you a whiteboard and you got to write and I'm just going to have to read it word by word for you. And then there's 2 other signings. Oh my God, I forgot.
Georgiou.
Anthony Georgiou from Tottenham on a short loan. Mm-hmm. He can play both wings as well, which is quite versatile. And also... Will Keane is back. He's back actually on a permanent deal.
Yes.
With a further 12 months if he wants it.
Yeah.
I just don't know why they just go 2 years, done. Just stop doing this further 12 months.
Silly, isn't it?
It's annoying me. But how important will these signings, these 2 be here? Because they're strengthening areas and they're bringing some... Anthony Georgiou played last night, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He came on.
You said he looked quite good?
Yeah, he did. He's got so much pace. He can run down that wing, get past players. So we always find these wingers that are really pacey.
Yeah.
We've got Fraser. We had Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, Ryan Fraser. Oh, my God, I forgot about him. Look how good
and now we have Georgie. So, he's looking good. And I really like the look of him. So I think he should be given a few more games to kind of get into the side. And also, I think Will Keane's a good signing because we needed another striker because we didn't have another striker to come off the bench. So... I think he could be one of them players that comes off the bench and makes an impact. So I'm really happy with that signing as well.
And also, he did play there last season on loan.
Yeah.
And you sort of had a taste of him. He missed 9 games through injury. I think that's hamstring, wasn't it? But he's made 12 appearances and 3 goals in that time.
I mean, he hasn't got the best scoring record in his career. I think he's only scored like 8 goals in his whole career. Yeah. So that's not great.
And 3 of them have come at Ipswich.
Yeah. So I feel like he's another player that can hold up the ball really well. And if Jackson's on the pitch, then that'll be a good thing.
Yeah, get Jackson running. Yeah. Really. Or Norwood. Get him running.
Norwood's pacey. I didn't realise how pacey he was. He's got a bit in him.
He has, but it just you need another hold-up player. Really.
Yeah.
Change the game up.
Yeah.
But I just want to, before we move on to yesterday's game, have Ipswich had a good window? And can Paul Lambert call this squad now his own? Because there's a lot of players that have gone from sort of the Paul Hurst era.
Yeah.
And sort of Paul Lamb's era as well, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, if you think about it.
I
mean, there's still players from Mick's era as well.
Yeah.
And Scoos and Chambers.
And Jules era. Can't let you forget about that one.
No.
But have they had a good window? Have they strengthened well?
I think so, yes. I think they've had a good window. Obviously, we haven't spent that much money, and we were expecting it going into League One. But I think that the players we brought in, I mean, Norwood is a great player. He's a goal scorer. Garbutt's impressed. James
Wilson, yes.
He was okay yesterday. I know he's just a backup centre-back, but he was all right. And these 3 signings as well. I think we've had a good window. And, I mean, with this team, we should be getting promoted. That's all I'm saying. Should.
Fingers crossed. Well, I guess we now better move on to yesterday's game. And we'll explain why your voice is gone.
Yes, we will.
So Ipswich versus Wimbledon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They pulled off an epic comeback.
Yes.
Was it 2 goals in like 10 minutes, something like that?
Yeah, 80th and 94th.
94th. Oh, I've always wanted to see a 94th winner. I've never seen one, and I missed it. But they pulled off an epic comeback. But I can't think what I wrote down here. How great was the game? Judging by your voice.
I mean, the last 10 minutes were great. The rest of it was awful.
All right.
We played. Seriously, the first half we were so bad. We couldn't keep the ball. Our right back and left back were. I don't even want to. I don't know what to say about that. But our midfield was okay, but non-existent really. I think it's because we played one up front from the start. I don't think that formation really works.
Well, I want to ask you something actually about that because on the I think on the Twitter picture it looks like it's going to be a 4-3-3, and then in the first half it's a 4-5-1, and it switched to a 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Which formation works better?
Well, obviously 4-4-2 because that's how we got the goals. But yeah, I just don't like playing one up front because Norwood is the kind of player who needs support up there with him, and he can't do it all on his own. If we're going to keep playing long balls to him, he can't do it all on his own. And obviously we played El Mazzuni from the start yesterday. I don't think he's ready for league football just quite yet.
Really?
And no, I think he looks a bit weak yesterday up against the Wimbledon defenders.
Okay.
But Danny Rowe played. He was all right, and he's probably going to start every game. But yeah, I don't like that formation, the 4-3-3. I think we should just scrap it and keep it at 4-4-2.
Okay. That's fun. I just want to ask you about it because they're sort of they're playing. If they're going to play this 4-4-2, it looks like Judge might not get in.
Yeah.
And he did well. He assisted the first goal.
Yeah. I mean, he made a difference when he came on. It was when Judge and Jackson came on that we started playing better. We came out second half, improved a little bit, but when Jackson and Judge came onto the pitch, then we looked pretty good and we looked a threat going forward. And obviously, Judge got the assist, Norwood header, and Jackson scored a winner.
Yes, Beggar, because when I saw Judge, he looked absolutely awful.
Sorry,
Judge. Yeah, it was sort of like, he wanted to drift in a lot.
Yeah.
He's more trying to drift in, and it's just, they were so exposed down that left. It was awful.
I don't think he is a winger, but
he's not.
I like him better in the 10 position because the way he moves, it suits the 10 position. But if we're going to play 4-4-2, then that's not going to happen. So Judge probably won't start any of the games in a 4-4-2.
Ooh, that's harsh. Somebody that wants to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not good news. Well, how important was this win yesterday? Because they're sort of, this is their 4th game now in League One. They've won the first one, drawed, and then drawed. So they're undefeated.
Yeah.
But it was sort of now important to sort of now go, right, we've got to start to win.
Yeah.
Results have got to come because if they're not, it's all over really.
Yeah, I think it was a great win because if we didn't win this game, even if we drew it, I think the morale in the fans would be awful. I mean, coming into a game against AFC Wimbledon, no disrespect to AFC Wimbledon because they actually had a decent game. We should be winning that game, 100%. We shouldn't be relying on late goals, even though I loved it. We shouldn't be relying on late goals like that against teams like that. So, yeah, it was good to get the win. it was actually really good to get a win, I thought, because this brings us into the game against Bolton on Saturday, which, I mean, we have to win.
Yeah.
They'll be playing. It's basically playing their under 18s. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, I guess we better move on to the Bolton game. It's happening. Well, at the moment, it's happening.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's. I don't know if there's going to be any sort of more news coming up. But they missed their game against Doncaster for player welfare, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It's because they've got so many young players in their side.
Yeah, I've heard they've got an average age of 19 in that squad. 3 seniors.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous happening to them.
Yeah, it's really sad to see.
Sort of fallen from grace, really.
Yeah.
I do remember when they were in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And those were the days for them.
Yeah, that was good for them, wasn't it?
Long way. But what would be your score prediction for this game? If it goes ahead.
If it goes ahead, I'm being maybe a bit optimistic here, but I said Bolton 0, Ipswich 3.
Okay.
I think that with the team that we have, if we put out our strongest team, then we can breeze past Bolton. I really do. And we should breeze past Bolton.
You should.
Yeah, Tranmere beat
They beat him.
Bolton 5-0 on, was it Saturday?
I think it was. I know that, was it, what was the team? Coventry got a 0-0 draw out of them. That was
surprising.
Crazy.
And Rochdale beat them 5-2. So, I mean, we should breeze past them. So, I'm going to say 3-0 to Ipswich. I think we'll win.
Yeah, well, I know you're going for goals. I think 2-1
Okay.
to Ipswich, because I just feel like it'd be like one of those games where the shooting boots won't be on. It might be one. Don't expect too much from it.
Yeah.
But if it's going to go ahead, we don't know.
No, we don't know.
I reckon it will be.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to be at the moment.
Going ahead. Well, that's our fascinating talk about Ipswich. That's how Dan got his really bad friend.
Yes.
He's looking forward to the season. You're now 5th.
Yes, we are.
I said
2
7.
points off the top.
2 points off the top.
Oh.
Whew. Gosh, I think I need a lie down after that, perfectly honest.
Pitchside Talk on IO Radio.
Yes, this is right. It is one of our own here on Pitchside Talk on IO Radio. Before I forget to mention, follow us on Twitter, talk_pitch. We need more followers, please follow us. Also, we do release quite daily polls.
Yes, we do.
Even though I did miss the Ipswich signings, because as I just started work, somebody on the phone going, "Oh, we made a signing." I was like, "Oh," no. I was like, "Damn!" I wish I had my phone on me just to do that, but I didn't, unfortunately. But yes, so we're now going to talk about the Premier League. It's back. You missed 1 week of it. Yeah, you missed 1 week.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you missed the first week. You didn't miss too much, really.
No.
Norwich lost. That's the only thing I really missed.
Yeah.
And Chelsea had a blunder.
Yes.
And I can't think what else actually happened.
No.
A VAR was a thing.
Yeah.
That's a thing. But,
of course.
Well, we better start off with the biggest match out of all of them: Manchester City versus Tottenham.
Yeah.
Man City denied a late victory against Tottenham through
bit of deja
VAR.
vu, isn't it?
It is a bit. Yeah. It happened in April. Was it April, May? Well, not May, March.
Yeah.
That happened. Through the VAR, it was a. It's very hard to tell. It was a handball by Eric Laporte, which went into Jesus, who scored. But the rule is, if your arm's in an unnatural or natural position and the ball hits it and assists a goal, it rules out completely. Do you sort of agree with that? We're going to go into a little bit more, but give us a little sort of taster.
I don't agree with that rule at all, to be honest. I think that if you do it purposefully, then if you literally just stick your arm out. But this Laporte one, he had his arm by his side. He was next to a player marking him.
I think it's next to Ollie Skip, who apparently there is people have looked at it and apparently it hits Ollie Skip's arm first and goes into Laporte's. Yeah, but it's hard to tell in a high tense situation. Yeah,
but I just think if the ball hits your arm in an unnatural position and it's not intentional, then it shouldn't be given.
Okay.
And also this rule favours defending teams, doesn't it? Because I feel like if that happened to a defending player, the penalty wouldn't be given. I don't know if it would have been or not, but I don't know this rule. I don't like it.
Okay.
I just don't like it.
That's a little teaser into our VAR topic, but we better skip on the next question here. I'll skip back. We'll put it in later on. Okay. But better talk about the match a little bit more. Kevin De Bruyne, back from his serious injury. He got 2 assists in that game. he's now back. Is he now what we could call one of the best midfielders in the Premier League?
I think so, yes. I've always liked De Bruyne. I've always thought he's one of the best midfielders in the world, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, he's had injury problems.
I think his knee went and he came back, and I think then the knee went again.
Yeah.
Not been great for him.
Yeah, he might be back now, and he'll be crucial for Man City because he's a fantastic player, and I think he's the best midfielder in the league.
Really well. Yeah. I actually read something that he's a registered 3 assists in 2 games, right? That's one more than what he did the whole of last season.
Wow.
That's quite crazy.
That is crazy, actually. Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy. Well, it's great to see him back, but
yes.
Tottenham got a draw out of it, very controversially. Can they challenge for the Premier League? Or are they still a long way off? They sort of looked a bit hit and miss in that game, but would this be sort of they got a crucial point against the champions?
Yeah,
Can they now
a good point.
Go, we are contenders now?
I think they're getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're quite there yet, but I do think they're getting closer. They've made some decent signings this transfer window, because they never really sign anyone usually, do they?
No, it's quite odd really to see. Was it? I think it was 5? No, 5 or 4.
Yeah, well, they had Jack Clark. He went back to Leeds, didn't he? So.
No, it's 4. It was in Dombele, Clark, Lo Celso, and Ryan Sessegnon right at the last minute. Yes.
Oh yes.
Can't forget about him.
About that. So yeah, they've had a decent transfer window. So I think they're definitely getting closer, but not quite yet. I don't think. Quite.
Just
Man City and Liverpool level.
Just missing something.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but.
Is it a trophy by any chance? Oh no, sorry, they won the Audi trophy. That's all they need in life. Sorry, Tottenham fans. I just can't get over that. You celebrate over that. So hard. Well, I guess we better move on to hat-trick hero Timo Pukki. I'm sorry.
Do we have to?
Well, yeah, we do really.
Yes, we do.
Well, the Timo Pukki gets a hat-trick to secure Norwich's win against Newcastle. He's the first ever player in Norwich history to score a hat-trick in the Premier League, and is the first player to score twice in 2 Premier League games. And the last time it's done that in 1994 by a Premier League debutant as well for Norwich.
There's some good stats, but very depressing stats for me.
Can Pukki keep them in the Prem really, or was this sort of away from home they're going to sort of struggle? What the style of foot they play is really good.
Yeah,
very good attacking, but that might struggle away from home. But
yeah.
At home, can they sort of be a bit of a fortress, really? That sort of football they play?
Yeah. I have a feeling they're going to stay up this year.
Really?
Because I agree. I think away they're going to struggle, and I think that they won't get results away from home. Mm-hmm. But at Carrow Road, I think they're going to be a pretty good team. So with Pukki up front, and they've got decent midfield as well, Buendia, Vrancic and all of them. Mm-hmm. I think they can be a good side, and unfortunately, I think they're going to stay up this year.
Yeah, you have to admit, I have to admit myself, the first goal Pukki scored was a good goal.
Yes.
You have to admit that.
Yes, I do admit that.
Thank you. Because I had to admit that as well. Yeah. And a fellow Ipswich fan I know as well, he had to admit that through gritted teeth.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done any better. I probably would have just hit someone in the face and Rose head. We better move on to Newcastle. They didn't look good. Steve Bruce described them as toothless. Mm. Is this going to be a tough season for them? Does this sort of result show that is going to be a long fight in the relegation zone? I know Arsenal, you could sort of say a 1-0 to Arsenal, you take that, but the chances they had before Pukki scored, quite on a plate.
Yeah. Newcastle, a weird one. I don't think they're going to stay up this year. I don't think they have enough to stay up. And the problem is, I don't think the appointment of Steve Bruce was the right decision. I mean, we've talked about that in previous shows.
We have.
I don't think that was the right decision, and I don't think they have enough. They made some okay. I mean, they signed Andy Carroll.
Yeah, and the feel-good factor's back, they say. But
I don't think their signings were great, and they're going to have a really hard struggle this year. Mm. I mean, I feel like their team is good enough to stay up, but I don't know. I feel like the morale at Newcastle is really low at the moment. Their fans aren't happy, and it just looks like they're not going to be able to stay up this year.
It looks like they're sort of given up because there was that big boycott thing, but only 5,000 boycotted it in the end.
Yeah.
But this is going to be... If you were Newcastle, I know, who would you have appointed instead of Steve Bruce? Just as a quick query, or were you trying to keep Rafa? But Rafa
Well, yeah,
came
that's
out.
definitely what I'd do. But
He came out not so long ago and spoke about his time at Newcastle,
yeah,
which is quite interesting actually.
yeah. I mean, there's between two I'd go for, and it's Chris Hughton and Gary Monk, and I'd probably go for Chris Hughton.
He's got previous experience with that.
Yeah, I mean, he did well at Brighton. I don't think with that team he had, he stayed up. I don't think he should have got sacked. So I think he'd be able to bring that experience into Newcastle, and I think he'd be a good manager for Newcastle. But that didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen. Well, we'll keep a close eye here on Pitch I Talk about Newcastle's progress. I don't even know who they play next, perfectly honest. Shall I have a quick look?
Yeah, go and have a quick look.
They must play on Saturday. They've got to play Saturday. They always play Saturday.
No, they don't play Saturday.
Oh, they must play. Oh, Tottenham.
They've got Tottenham away.
Oh, good luck with that one. We better move on to one of Sunday's games. Frank Lampard, home return at Chelsea. The stuff of dreams, he called it.
Yeah.
But they earned a point against Leicester. Did they sort of deserve that point, really? Because they look, I don't know what it is with Chelsea, I've noticed that they're good in periods, but they're not good for a whole 90.
Yeah.
Maybe for against Liverpool and Istanbul in the Super Cup, but apart from that, they just don't look good.
I just think Frank hasn't had a transfer window, really, has he? So I don't think he's had enough time to bring the players he wants in. So I think he's going to have to rely on young players too much this year. And, I mean, I didn't watch the game, so I don't really know how well they played.
They sort of came out the blocks quite quickly. They got a goal in the 7th minute through Mason Mount caught Ndidi. Yeah, he caught Ndidi off. Ndidi was sort of staring into the distance, and then Mount just caught him, and he did well. He did well to finish that, which is good to see.
Yeah,
a young
English
player.
To see.
And then sort of Leicester sort of grew into the game a bit more. And that, perfectly honest, they should have won it in the second half.
Really?
Chelsea were nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know what will happen to Chelsea.
Yeah. Well, Leicester are a good side actually. I mean they're going to be top half this year, I reckon. So it's always going to be hard to play Leicester, but yeah, it's not looking good for Chelsea really, is it at the moment?
Pushing top 6, Leicester, if they get it right.
I think they can push top 6, yeah, but I don't think they'll finish top 6. But if they get it right, and they've got a decent manager as well, so yeah, why not just go for it?
Yeah, go for it. Well, we better move on to Monday night's football. Wolves versus Manchester United.
Yes.
It was. Oh, I didn't watch that actually. I was going to watch it, but I actually went out. I forgot about it. I was like, oh yeah, I'll watch it, and then I went out and I went, there's football on. Damn. I wanted to actually watch that game. I love watching Wolves.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like playing them, I love watching them. But Ruben Neves' wonders goal gets Wolf
again.
Yeah. I've looked actually, right? All the goals he scored have been from set pieces outside the box. And that's 12 at Wolves. Remember that one against Derby?
Yes.
Oh.
Wow, that was amazing, that goal.
The chance to lie. But should have Man U taken all 3 points. They look, first half they looked really good.
Yeah.
Second half, Wolves sort of grew into the game, but they had a penalty.
Yeah.
Paul Pogba's fouled, and things have happened from there, which are not nice. No. Actually, I tell you, actually, they're disgusting what's happened.
I think that they probably should have got all 3 points. I mean, they had chances to do it. I mean, obviously playing Wolves isn't easy, and they always seem to get results against top 6 sides, don't they? So
yeah, it's a crazy thing.
I mean, they've dominated possession. It looks like.
Yeah, the first half they had it. Apparently they had it, and they should have finished it from there.
Yeah, and I don't know about Man United. I mean, I think they've got a good. I think they've got a good side, but they don't always turn up every week. It's like Pogba. He can have spells where he's a world-class player, but then he'll just do something awful.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what it's like throughout the Man United team. So, I mean, there was a great result against Chelsea to win 4-0, but I don't know about them. I don't think they're going to get top 5 this year.
Really? Well, I actually put them to finish 6th,
Yeah.
But I just want to ask about sort of the Man U thing, really. Is Ollie the right manager for this? I know they got that result against Chelsea, and it's all fantastic and all that, but are these sort of the games where they should be winning, and they have to be winning to sort of prove themselves, or is this going to be where things might become unstuck and sort of his man management, because he's been criticised a bit over the penalty thing.
Yeah.
I didn't see if apparently Pogba took the ball off Rashford. I don't know if he did or not.
I don't know.
But apparently Rashford gave it to him because he won the penalty.
Yeah.
But is Ollie going to sort of get a little bit unravelled this season?
Yeah, he might do. I mean, this result, I guess Wolves are going to be up there as well, fighting for the top 6 as well. So I guess if it was against a team like Newcastle or Norwich, we'd be saying, yeah, they should definitely be winning these games. But you see top 6 teams drawing and losing to Wolves every season. So maybe this was just a blip against Wolves. But it's a weird one because I don't think Ollie is the right man for the job.
Okay.
He hasn't had too much experience. I mean, yeah, he had what? How much last year?
He had it from about December.
Yeah.
I remember it was after the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
And he had some experience before with Cardiff, But
I don't think he did well there.
No, they got relegated.
Yes, they did.
And there was that famous quote about Liverpool, and he said, "I don't really care." And I just went, that sums him up in a nutshell, really. I think they lost 6-3 as well that day.
Yeah. And I mean, their transfer window, it's been all right. I mean, Daniel James looks quite good actually. He's been. Did he start?
Yeah, he started.
Yeah.
After scoring
against Chelsea. He scored
against
Chelsea, so yeah, he's been looking quite good. Wan-Bissaka as well. I don't know how good he's been doing.
He's been doing quite well. But I want to ask you about Maguire, because I think you were away for that transfer.
Yeah.
Is he worth 80 million?
Oh, no.
No.
I'm going to say no.
How much do you reckon he's really worth then?
40?
Thank you. I agree.
I'll say 40. Yeah. He's definitely not worth 80 million. Obviously, he's a great defender, and we love him for England.
Yeah.
But really, 80 million? Nah.
No. Nah. Overpriced?
Yes, definitely.
Overpriced. Well, you heard it here first. Well, we better run through the other scores that happened through the match, do a quick little score roundup. Yep. So, Arsenal won against Burnley 2-1. Good result for them, really. Yeah. They've won, I think it's the first time in 10 years I've heard they've won the first 2 opening games.
Yeah, that's quite good.
And people are quite happy they won the first 2 games, and then they're seen playing Liverpool on Saturday.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a tasty game, which I can't watch.
Oh, no.
I'm off at Ed Sheeran.
Oh, no.
I'm so sad. But I'll be having time of my life. And Aston Villa lost to Bournemouth 2-1. Aston Villa's first match in the Premier League in a fair few years. It's nice to see them back.
Yeah.
Sort of squad just gelling together. Do you reckon it's just sort of a blip in the road?
Yeah, there's a lot of changes, isn't there? This transfer window, and I mean, I think they had a decent second half because they conceded 2 quite early on. So yeah, I feel like they need to just gel a bit together.
Gel.
Yeah,
take time.
Yeah, it takes time. I think they can stay up. They've definitely got a team that can, but they just need to keep going and see how it goes.
No Fulham then. Brighton earned a point against West Ham. VAR came in that game, which we'll talk about later on. Yeah. Sort of fair result there.
Yeah.
For Brighton, it's a good result.
Yeah,
really.
For Brighton it is. West Ham is a weird one because you could see them maybe pushing for top half, but then they could easily be just mid-table as well.
Yeah. I just don't get them.
No.
Everton beat Watford 1-0. Yeah. Nothing much I really have.
I saw Dino, whatever his name is, say that they can get top 6 this year. Everton.
Oh,
he came
yeah.
out and said that. I'm not sure about that.
I don't know. I saw a funny video, and somebody asked them about. I think there's a football fan asked a pundit about Everton. And he went, I don't know where they're going to finish. Where do you think? And he went, not top 6. With all the signs we've made, not top 6. And I was like, okay. Liverpool won 2-1 against Southampton. Liverpool go top of the league actually. That's something no.
Wow.
I know, it's weird. We're top of the league already and we're not going to win it, apparently.
No, I don't know.
It was a good result to get after Istanbul.
Yeah.
On, I forgot what that was now. Wednesday we played. Adrian started, gave the ball away. Who cares? Sheffield United...
He made a silly mistake in this game as well, didn't he?
In...
Southampton game.
Yeah, he passed it to Danny Ings.
Yeah.
I think he thought Danny Ings still played for Liverpool. Like he used to. I think that's what he thought. He thought, oh, Danny, I'll come and get you. And no.
That reminded me of Karius.
Oh, thank you very much. I heard a rumour, right, that apparently, because Adrian wasn't going to play, and apparently Longair wasn't going to play.
Lonergan.
Lonergan. I don't know how you say his name. Lonergan.
Andy Lonergan.
I heard a rumour apparently Karras was going to get called back.
Oh my god!
I heard that and I went, no. You stay there, mate. You just stay. Just don't go near the telephone or the mobile phone. And final result we need to talk about is Sheffield United earned their first victory in the Premier League in, oh my god, over 12 years against Crystal Palace. Could they be the sort of underdog side? It looks like at home they could be something else.
I mean, they've got a solid team. They haven't made actually saying
they made a lot of signings.
Why did I say that? But they're a lot of championship signings, aren't they?
And they're breaking the record 4 times through that.
Yes, but I still don't think they have enough to stay up.
No,
nah. I think their team is a good championship side, but I don't think it's a good Premier League side. I can't see them staying up this year.
What about that tactic they do with the defenders pushing up and playing as wingers? That's something I'm just going, what?
Yeah, that's something they did last year, and that worked. So maybe it can work again. You never know.
No, you never know in the Premier League.
No.
Strange things do happen.
Yes.
Like Leicester winning the title. I'm still bemused by that. But when we come back, we're going to be talking about VAR very quickly because we don't want to talk for too long because the referee blows whistle at the end.
The best place in Ipswich to hear the latest football debates, Pitchside Talk on IO Radio.
Yes, that's right. The best place to hear all the latest footy debates, footy news, everything here on Pitchside Talk on IO Radio. The only place actually in Ipswich. You shouldn't go anywhere else. Don't go anywhere else. Just stay here. Stay here. Well, we're now going to talk about VAR very quickly because VAR always takes a long time, so we're going to talk it very quickly.
Yeah.
It's been introduced this season for the Premier League, the first time ever.
It has.
After trial runs in the FA Cup and EFL Cup were successful in quotes.
Yeah.
But it's confusing. But this season, it's seen it cause a lot of controversy. 2 weeks in, it didn't cause much in the first week, really.
No.
Actually, no, it did.
One. I can't remember when it.
It was that Man City West Ham game. I think it was. It has caused a lot of controversy. It was the offside against Sterling.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be one of the examples second. But it's caused a lot of controversy with the offside and handball rule. I guess we better go on to offside first because it seems like now you can have your elbow off, but your foot can be onside, but it'll be offside because your elbow's off. Do you sort of agree with that, or should it be your feet's offside or whatever it is?
If your arm's offside, I don't think it should be given offside because you're not actually really using your arms to do anything, are you?
No, apart if you pick up the ball and then throw it in.
Yeah, but that won't be given anyway. So yeah, that's my view. There's these weird rules coming in this season that I don't really understand, and I don't know. I just think that if your leading foot is offside, if the foot you're using to shoot or pass or whatever is offside, then it should be given offside. That's what I think it should be. But what am I to say? I'm not someone who can make up them rules. So
no, unfortunately not. I wish we could.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering because with the Sterling, the prime example really. Sorry, excuse me. That's better. I started to talk and I was like, can't talk now. I feel like you.
Yeah.
I was wondering with the Sterling one really because that one was given offside, but it was weird because I think his feet were on, but his body was off.
Yeah.
And there was this sort of big thing about they should review the offside thing, and they're not going to change the offside thing. Do you sort of agree with that?
I don't know really. I guess it comes back to it again that his feet were onside.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I don't think that should be given offside. But I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go. If this is going to be like a major thing this season, where it happens every time, where if your arm's offside, then it'll be given offside by VAR. Well, I guess we'll see. I can see it causing a lot of controversy. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, we better move on to the handball rule. The new rule is if your arm is in an unnatural or natural position and the ball hits your arm and it assists the goal, it rules it out completely. And we saw it in action. We've seen it twice actually. Woody Bolly's goal was ruled offside against Wolves, but his arm was actually quite unnatural anyway.
Yeah.
It was like Maradona, really. It was just up in the air. But we saw it was really with the Man City game. Should that be reviewed?
I think so, yes, because I think it's a silly rule, to be honest. I think if I mentioned this a bit earlier on, if your arm is just by your side like Laporte's was, I don't think it should be given because you're not doing it intentionally. You're not purposely like elbowing it to Jesus, are you? So I think this rule should be reviewed. I don't think it will be, but I think it should be because I just think it's unfair because it favours the defending side. It doesn't, because I feel like if the defenders handball it, it's not going to be a penalty. Or done the same kind of thing that Laporte did, it's not going to be given because it was not intentional. So, yeah, I think it's a silly rule.
It does sound silly. Well, we better move on to some of the biggest problems I've found about VAR. So, from a fan's perspective, we need to, because we're a fan show, we better get from the fan's perspective. Yeah. Lots of the ones saying you can't really celebrate goals anymore. Do you sort of agree with that? You can't sort of properly celebrate. And we saw the Man City celebrations were quite wild, and then suddenly it's all like hands and head moments. Yeah. It's deja vu, really.
Yes, it is deja vu.
Do you sort of agree with that, really?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think it's taken the passion out of the game because you'll always get times where you're going to score last-minute winners, and then if you're in the Premier League, you're going to think, this might be given offside or something has happened. So, yeah, it's going to start being like people aren't going to celebrate because they're not going to be sure if it's going to count or not. And I just think it takes the passion out of it.
Okay.
I'm glad it's not in League One.
Aren't they talking about Championship? I heard some rumours.
I don't know.
I thought I heard a rumour about Championship. I think it will come down.
That's
eventually.
A tough league, so I really don't want VAR to be in Championship. It will be every single second VAR will be reviewing something.
You passed the ball. Let's just see if you passed it correctly. And also another thing is that, the Premier League officials sort of said that this VAR won't take. They've got very high standards for it. It won't take the intensity out of Premier League games, but there has been moments where it has.
Yeah.
It's just sort of affecting football really in the Premier League because we've sort of seen it. I think the Wolves manager Nino said about it's ruining the game. You can't play at fast football now because it's just gonna and high intensity because you're gonna if you score and then you're just gonna take the flow out the game and it's just gonna be awful. Do you sort of agree where he's coming from?
Yeah, I can see where he's coming from. I mean, teams like Wolves and Man City and Norwich who play that type of football
and Liverpool,
yeah, they're not going to be able to do that if they're just going to be interrupted all the time. So I'd say we need quicker decision making. It seems like they've been doing that because we haven't seen the ref go over to the TV yet. So maybe that's an improvement. But yeah, I really don't like VAR. I really don't. I mean, it's a good concept, and if it works, it's good, but it just ruins football for me.
Okay, well, I was just going to ask you about what sort of changes would you like to see done to sort of avoid sort of controversial decisions, or are we always just going to have these controversial decisions in football?
Well, yeah.
VAR or not?
Yeah. There's always going to be controversial decisions in football. I think one thing that VAR needs to do is only do it if there's an obvious thing that's happened.
Okay.
Like if someone's put their arm out like that and it hits them, do VAR. If it's like this, like Laporte's, you don't need VAR for that. I really don't think you need to. Okay. It's a small thing. His arm's there. He's not purposely doing anything. So I think if it's an obvious decision that needs to be made, then use VAR.
Okay, well, I've got a really bizarre VAR rule here.
Okay.
Something I discovered this morning. You don't know about this, yeah?
No.
You might laugh your head out on this. So any player who enters the video operation room, right, will be sent off automatically. Right? But the room is 13 miles away from the nearest Premier League ground.
What?
So
someone's going to travel all the way to wherever it is?
Yeah, it's I can't figure. It's near Heathrow Way. I can't remember. They always say it's some part, but so.
Oh my god!
So whoever's playing at the nearest ground, which is 13 miles away from it, and enters the room, will be automatically sent off.
What? Why is that a rule?
I don't know, but it's.
Is that that's actually in the rule book?
That's in the rule book. No joke.
You gotta be kidding me.
I can find you for you. It's in the rule book. We'll find it up there.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm feeling quite good after that.
Pitchside talk, footy debate from the Premier League Outback.
Yes, that's right. I don't know what Outback we're in now. League 1, League 2.
Everything.
Every outback.
league.
Every league in the world. Well, unfortunately, now hit the end of the show. The
I got through it.
Yes, you got through it. The referee's about to blow his whistle. VAR has gone away.
Yeah.
Thank God. Well, we'll be back next week for another show. You'll be back.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, you won't be injured pre-season, whatever he has. Hopefully you have a voice.
Yeah, I should do.
Should do. You have more time to recover.
Yeah.
I know where you're going on the weekend. Same as me. I won't mention it because everyone's talking about it. We won't join the bandwagon.
Yeah, we won't join the bandwagon.
Won't join the bandwagon just yet. You was there yesterday, you know.
Yes, he was.
I wish I now went. But so next week we'll probably be talking Ipswich Town again. They'll be playing. Well, if it does go ahead, Bolton.
Yeah.
I hope it does because we need content badly. If not, we'll talk about something in Ipswich.
Yeah.
Premier League, because Premier League's happening, and I don't know what will be the last one. I don't know.
We'll see.
We will see. It might be Championship. You know, I might make it Championship.
All right.
Because Championship's high up. Sheffield Wednesday are leading it.
Yeah, that's
Sheffield Wednesday. What's going on? Right. So yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yes.
And ciao.
See ya.
The whistle has been blown for full time. Tune in next week for another jam-packed show.